Self-Help by Samuel Smiles. What if I told you that the most powerful self-help book wasn't written in the 21st century, but in 1859, long before bestsellers like Think and Grow Rich or Atomic Habits? There was a book that quietly shaped the minds of inventors, reformers, and self-made millionaires. It was called Self-Help, written by Samuel Smiles. This isn't just a book, it's a philosophy, a manual for transformation. And in today's video, we're breaking it down, chapter by chapter, so you don't just hear about the wisdom, you absorb it. Chapter 1. Self-Help, National and Individual. Samuel Smiles opens with a bold claim. The strength of a nation lies not in its government, but in its individuals. He argues that progress starts from within, through character, integrity, and effort. Forget blaming the system. Forget waiting for leaders. Real change starts with you. Smiles believed that the individual spirit is the engine of history, and if you want to change your life, it begins with the small, daily acts of discipline and virtue. Chapter 2. Leaders in Industry, Inventors and Producers. In this chapter, Smiles paints portraits of inventors and craftsmen, not kings or celebrities, but ordinary people who built legacies with their own two hands. Their success wasn't born from privilege or luck. It was the result of relentless perseverance. From James Watt to George Stephenson, these men didn't wait for permission. They built solutions. Smiles reminds us that it's not about being born a genius. It's about refusing to give up. And that lesson still holds true today. Chapter 3. Application and Perseverance. Here, Smiles makes it simple. Talent is nothing without consistent effort. You can dream all day, but dreams without work are empty. The people who rise are the ones who keep going when it gets hard. This chapter is a tribute to what Smiles calls dogged perseverance. Not flashy, not glamorous, but powerful, because greatness is forged not in sudden bursts, but in daily grind. Chapter 4. Helps and Opportunities. Scientific knowledge. Smiles tells us that opportunity is everywhere, but only for those who are prepared. He praises the power of knowledge, especially self-education, libraries, lectures, books, tools that anyone can use to rise above their circumstances. The takeaway? Don't wait for the perfect moment. Study, learn, prepare. When your opportunity comes, you'll be ready to seize it. Chapter 5. Example. Models. Role models matter. This chapter shows how the lives of great men can ignite the minds of others. Smiles believed we should surround ourselves, physically or mentally, with people who elevate us. Read biographies. Learn how others overcame. If you want to change your life, study those who've already done it, because greatness leaves clues, and Smiles encourages you to follow them. Chapter 6. Character. The True Gentleman. This might be the heart of the book. Smiles argues that character is destiny. Success without integrity is failure in disguise. In a world obsessed with image, this chapter is a wake-up call. Be honest, be reliable, be kind, because real strength comes from self-respect. And character, that's what carries you through when talent fades. Chapter 7. Companionship and Example. Who do you surround yourself with? Smiles knew what modern psychology now proves. You become like the people you spend time with. Choose wisely. Avoid cynics, complainers, and time wasters. Seek those who challenge you, encourage you, and model strength. Your circle is either your prison or your parachute. Choose your company with purpose. Chapter 8. Work. The Discipline of Life. Work isn't just a necessity. It's a form of growth. Smiles believed that labor, when done with intention, refines the soul. This chapter is about finding dignity in effort, no matter your station, because what matters is not what you do, but how you do it. Your attitude toward work determines your altitude in life. So show up, be excellent, every single day. Chapter 9. Money, Use and Abuse. This chapter hits hard. Money is a tool, not a master. Smiles warns against extravagance, debt, and material obsession. Instead, he promotes saving, prudence, and financial self-control. Wealth built through discipline lasts. Wealth built through vanity crumbles. It's not about how much you earn. It's about how wisely you use it. Chapter 10. Self-Culture, Facilities and Difficulties. Smiles returns to a central theme. Self-education. But here he emphasizes the inner world. Habits, focus, curiosity. He believed in lifelong learning, not as a luxury, but a duty. He said, "The best culture is not that which is carried on by means of books and instruction, but that which each man carries on for himself. And the message is clear. Your mind is your greatest asset. Cultivate it." Chapter 11. Character. Success without character is failure in disguise. Your reputation may open doors, but your character is what keeps them open. Every act, every decision, every response builds your legacy. Choose integrity over impulse, consistency over charm, service over selfishness, because when all else fades, character remains. Lessons from Self-Help in Today's World. Timeless Wisdom by Samuel Smiles. The world has changed. Smartphones in our hands, artificial intelligence on our screens, and information overload at every scroll. But amidst all this noise, one quiet voice from the past still cuts through. Samuel Smiles. In 1859, he wrote Self-Help, a book that predicted the personal growth movement long before it had a name. But here's the real question. Does any of it still matter today? Section 1. The Myth of Instant Success. We live in the age of overnight fame, viral trends, and quick fixes. But Smiles warned us, genius is only the power of making continuous efforts. In today's world, that means shutting out the noise and doing the work daily. No shortcuts, no luck required. Just focus, repetition, and resilience. That's how real success is built. In silence, not in spotlights. Section 2. Self-reliance over dependency. Modern culture loves to outsource responsibility. Blame the algorithm, blame the system, blame the past. But Smiles flips the script. Heaven helps those who help themselves. Translation. No one's coming to save you. Your growth, your peace, your success. It's on you. This isn't harsh. It's empowering. Because when you realize the power is in your hands, you take the wheel. Section 3. Character still wins. In a world that rewards followers, filters, and flash, Smiles doubles down on something rare: character. The crown and glory of life is character. Likes don't matter. Image fades. But your word, your integrity, your self-respect, that's the currency of kings. So while the world chases attention, choose authenticity. In the long game, character always wins. Section 4. The Power of Work. These days, hard work is often rebranded as toxic. But Smiles saw work differently, not as punishment but as a path to dignity. He wrote, "Work is the best educator of practical character." In a world that glorifies ease, he reminds us that effort builds more than success. It builds you. So don't fear the grind. Embrace it. Because your hands shape more than outcomes. They shape identity. Section 5. Discipline, motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Scroll enough and you'll find it in quotes, reels, speeches. But Smiles focused on something deeper. The habit of persevering against difficulty is worth more than the power to overcome it. He knew the truth. Habits beat hype. If you want results in 2025, stop chasing the mood. Build systems, build routines, build discipline, because that's how transformation becomes inevitable. Section 6. Choose your circle wisely. Look around, who's influencing you? Smiles said, example is one of the most powerful influences. Today, that means your feed, your friends, your role models. Are they pushing you forward or pulling you down? Be ruthless with your inputs, because who you listen to becomes who you become. Section 7. Educate yourself, always. Smiles was obsessed with learning. Not school learning, life learning. Knowledge is power. It is the wing by which we fly. In today's world, Self-education is easier than ever, but most still scroll past it. If you want to rise, read, watch with purpose, listen to grow, replace dopamine with discipline. Self-culture is not a luxury, it's a lifeline. Section 8. Money, control it, or it controls you. Smiles warned that chasing wealth without wisdom leads to ruin. In 2025, it's even easier to spend without thinking. But here's the truth. Financial freedom isn't about income. It's about intention. Save more, want less, and never let money define your worth. Use money. Don't let it use you. Section 9. Everything starts with you. Smiles' message wasn't just personal. It was national. He believed better individuals make better societies. That principle still echoes today. Don't wait for politicians, influencers, or systems. Start with your room, your mind, your day. Fix those, then fix more. Real impact. It always starts at the individual level. Samuel Smiles didn't write self-help to entertain. He wrote it to awaken, to remind you that greatness is not given, it's grown. Not in the spotlight, but in silence. Not in moments of luck, but in daily effort. If you want to change your life, don't look outward. Look inward, because the power to rise, to rebuild, and to reach your potential has always been in your hands. And now that you know what self-help really teaches, the question is, will you apply it? Samuel Smiles may have lived in the 1800s, but his wisdom is more relevant now than ever. In a distracted, fast-paced, surface-level world, he calls us back to the core: self-discipline, self-respect, self-education, and above all, self-responsibility. If you're tired of waiting for life to change, become the change. And if this message resonated, share it, comment which lesson hit hardest, and subscribe, because this is just the beginning of bringing ancient wisdom into modern clarity. The world is noisy, but real growth is quiet. Let's walk that path together.